Hello and welcome back to the Black Lotus podcast. I'm Crow, that's Gold. Today's topic is fringe CEDH.
Yeah, a lot of fringe CDH stacks that we found online and came here to talk about some of them and see just how weird they are and how they work in their own separate ways.
This is going to be a very fringy episode.
Oh, oh yes, indeed. Let's see
Alrighty,
here.
so do you want to go first or?
Uh, yeah, I think I'll go first. Let's see. Very weird list. I mean, I understand like how it's like supposed to work, but it's just kind of weird. Adrenaline Vala.
Ooh, okay.
Very, basic commander. It doesn't really do much, but active abilities of creatures your opponent's control can't be activated, and she has all activated abilities of all creatures your opponent's control. Any mana of any color can be spent to activate those abilities. It's a stacks
Oh,
piece on a card. Very
yeah.
nice. Very strong stacks piece too. The Have some really crazy cards. Draineth Magistrate, Dark Confident, Dothy is a very good card in there too. Uh, Archivist of Ogma. Oh, even Marlin too. That's an insane Marlin and Op Agent. That's just a lockout.
Yeah, it is a deck that looks to lock it out. And I wonder, do you know if the list runs any flash enablers?
Yeah, the only one I'm looking at here is Op Agent, Orcish Bowmasters. I wonder if they're running Demonic Consultation. Probably not. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing I'm talking about. Uh,
Tainted Pact?
uh, yeah, Tainted Pack. They are on Ad Nauseum though. It's a nice card.
Wait, let's see the deck.
Um, I think this deck is just a stacks deck, yeah.
Um,
Necromancy. It's just full stacks. It's just aiming to lock everyone out the game. Because
yeah, that
it is
does
not really
appear to
it's
be
not
what
really
it is.
there's not really a real way for it to like win. It's just more of just, yeah, once you guys can't cast any creatures, can't do anything, it's yeah, they just win because they can't do anything.
I mean, the deck does have ways of winning. It has Walking
Yeah, it has
Ballista,
a walking
and it has
ballista and Heliod.
Heliod.
Yeah.
But the most of the deck is just waiting.
Yeah, most of the deck is just literally just locking out your opponents completely.
Something I did notice is the deck does run Buried Alive, which is interesting.
Buried Alive probably going for what will they get out of their graveyard because it gets countered.
It's Buried
And
Alive puts three things in your graveyard, so you'd probably go with Maryland, Oppo, and Grand.
yeah, and then get them out with hmm,
Yeah, the
reanimate. You
Venue.
only have a
Yeah.
reanimate though. That's the thing.
No, you're also on Shallow Grave. I believe there's other ways to reanimate in the deck.
They're running Tainted Pack, which is kind of weird to me. Tainted Pack for what though?
You change it back for an answer.
Answer.
It's like the white
Or
black.
oh yeah,
It's like
true.
a
If you don't have
that and it's a
Heliod in hand.
that and it's a slightly worse piece of interaction.
Hmm.
Something I do like is they're on Pithing Needle, which is a funny way of saying you don't like hidden players.
Hmm. I mean, no one does. They win too quick.
True, but recently I've been interested in playing Big Flips Cannon, which is a bit slower, but
Yeah, big flips can. It's, it's still, it doesn't really matter. I mean, as long as you get something off the top. And these guys are running a few. Yeah, these guys are. I'm going through his deck. Everything up to like the enchantments, just stack piece. Running Blind Obedience, Curse of Silence, Dance of the Dead. Hmm.
Dance of the Dead's just another reanimation piece in the deck.
Yeah.
Plaza of Heroes is interesting. Being
Oh yeah,
on
Animate
Necromancy,
Dead.
Animate Dead, and Dance of the Dead makes a lot of sense because you're also on Buried Alive because it can make for a very hard to interact combo with the stuff in your graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Eh,
deck I am looking at right now is a post ban, no, pre-ban list because it's on Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus. If you were to cut those, I think you'd probably replace them with like a cursed, no, not a cursed totem. But because your commander's just a better cursed totem, you'd replace it with some kind of combo enabler most likely, or something that gets rid of
Yeah.
your own stacks pieces. Like Glow Rider is just it's everyone has to pay one more, which on a deck that's only on 22 creatures could probably be swapped for something else.
Mm-hmm. Running Grand
Especially
Abolisher, Grand
because
Abolisher looking for Saren Ascendant. Yeah. No, not Saren Ascendant.
you're on more non-creatures, so Glow Rider's mediocre when you're already on Thalia.
Mm-hmm. And then
Phyrexian
with
Invoker's interesting. Divining Witch, it's slightly harder to interact
I
on
didn't
at
even see the
Consultation.
Necropotence. Yeah, you just draw into all your answers you need. I didn't even see the Necropotence there.
Uh, no, that's not how Necropotence works.
Oh, your end step, yeah.
You have to forge a hand. Necropotence is a card I've been cutting from my white black decks because it's sloppy because you don't get to win the same turn. You get to guarantee
I
you're
mean,
winning the turn after, but like,
yeah, you won't win this turn. It's not in blue for you to get a board upon the win.
I mean, there's other options for Flash, but none of them are viable.
Yeah.
But
Evening
yeah, this
Witch,
seems to be a
Iran.
cool list.
Yeah,
Do you
this
think?
deck, yeah, this list is mostly just to just lock out the opponents really and just
Ooh,
steal their abilities.
ooh. The deck is on the one I'm looking at is on Fateful Absence instead of Path to Exile. I don't think that's great.
But how much more mana is that? Like what, one more?
Fateful Absence is one more, and it can destroy planeswalkers, but you give your opponent card draw instead of a basic land. But a basic land
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because if you
is
want your opponents to like the what I'm looking at, if you want your opponents to be locked out of the game and like unable to search, I don't think card draw giving your opponents card draw in any situation isn't good. So just giving them more card draw is it's just yeah, it's not really that good.
yeah, it's probably not great. It is situational card draw because it is a clue, but still.
Yeah, true. You should never just be giving your
The
opponents free card draw.
the deck is also on Devour Enchantments, which is just a what's the name of that removal spell that one that's been reprinted almost every set. It has destroy target creature or enchantment for 1 and a black.
One in a black.
Lose life equal to the CMC.
Oh, isn't that? Oh shoot. I see it in my mind. I just can't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
Um,
but that would be much better than being on Devour Shadows.
they're on Sabine's Reclamation too.
Yeah, Savine's Wreck is a good card for these colors because you're looking to put a lot of low cost creatures in your graveyard. That gets out both Marilyn and Opposition Agent, or like an Orcish Bowmasters.
Well, most of what I'm seeing, the only win con that seeing is just Walking Ballista and Heliod. I don't see any other win
Yeah.
con in here other than just locking out your opponents with Maryland and Op Agent.
Okay, a lockout is technically considered a win slash draw, unless you have a way of doing stuff, which you do, because Maryland is. Wait, Maryland says they lose life, right?
Yeah, to lose 3 life.
Yeah, so Maryland's
No,
effect.
at beginning of their upkeep, they draw and then lose three,
No, it's
and
at the
then they search the
beginning of
library.
no, it's at the beginning of each player's draw step. That player loses 3 life, then searches his or her library for a card. So how it works is Maryland makes them lose 3 life, and then they have to search their library. But you're controlling them, so you get to exile something from their library. So either you're gonna win with one of their win cons, or they're going to like
Oh, that's how it went.
die.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's what Dren Laval is. Yeah, literally the card says, "Oh, activated abilities." Yeah, you just look for activated abilities of other things and win. Okay,
Yeah,
I see it now.
it's just take your opponent's things. That's all the deck is.
So what? It's just like a very, very worse version of
Drennan Linvala.
Tolly?
No, it's just a worse version of the card Hostage Taker.
Oh, a hostage taker, yeah. But that's
Um,
only if you have these 2 cards out, though.
yeah, it's a deck that's kind of low on win conditions, but Orzhov is low on win conditions. The only good ones that are hard to interact with are Abdel Graveyard, but other than that,
And the
it
yeah, the
looks like it'd
Drannith
be a
just makes it worse,
fun.
too.
No,
It
Drannith
looks like
is
it's
your
hell.
opponents. This would be hell to play against for sure.
Yeah, they also have yeah, they have I would not, like, enjoy to be playing against this deck. Wait, what I don't understand is this. In the one I'm looking at, there is no need for Spirit of the Spirit of the Labyrinth if you have, Maryland.
Spirit of the Labyrinth is just like a piece of extra protection in case
Yeah, but I feel
someone
like
tries to
it doesn't make
draw.
sense, you know what I mean? Because they can't draw anyway.
Yeah, but if you say you have a situation where Marlin gets exiled, Spirit of the Labyrinth
Okay,
is
then
an
yeah, that makes
alternate.
sense. Yeah, yeah, but, like, from looking at here, it just doesn't make sense if you already have Marlin in where they can't draw, and
Yeah.
you have ways to bring her back with all these other pieces you have here. But yeah, okay. I guess in that sense, yeah, okay, it makes
It's a
sense.
piece of alternate like control more than anything else.
Okay, okay.
Alrighty. You want to say anything else about this list before we go on to the
Yeah,
next one?
it's a decent list. I enjoy it. I would not anyone who played against me in this list, I would even bother. I think knowing myself, I'd probably just scoop right then and there if I saw Adrenaline Volo. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be fun for anyone at the table.
Especially for you on Mizik.
Yeah, especially on Mystics. Yeah, I won't be able to. It's not no. Mystics is not even the issue. It's just that I just won't be able to search if those both pieces are out. They can just look for everything and
No,
then
not
just went off
only
of that.
that, it's like they have graveyard exiles.
Yeah,
They've
Graveyard
got
Exiled. Yeah, yeah.
graveyard
I can't do
removal.
anything. They have a Dothy. Yeah, my Mystics deck is just a Dothy with Void away from just being useless.
True. Okay, well,
But I wonder how would that work
let's
against Sorcerer's Scheme though?
Sorcerer's Scheme, what's that say?
Because isn't it just one exile or everyone has their own separate exile?
Dothy is one exile, so if you want, you can put it like back in your hand.
Yeah, because
It
Sorcerer's Scheme I can grab a card from graveyard or exile. So I don't know how
true,
that would
but
work with
they
Dothy.
can, yeah, you can get it from Dothy because Dothy puts it in exile. It just puts a counter on it.
And then I could just take it back if it has flashback.
Yeah. But
Okay.
another option for the other person, they could always crack the Dothy and not let you get it back, unless that's
Yeah,
getting
true.
cast.
I feel like Dothy is like a very weird card too because it's a really a card where it's a very situational card because you can just have it up for the entire game and just never crack it, even though someone like threatens to like blow it up. If you
Yeah.
protect it really well, it's just Dothy is just literally Dothy is the win con on the board because no one can get the stuff they need to get out. Like
Yeah,
it shuts down.
not only that, it shuts down like 90% of combos. Because
Yeah, the only
most
combo that doesn't shut
combos,
down is Demonic Consultation and Thassa.
even then, it kinda does.
No, because if you do
Because
that,
demonic consultation gets exiled, so you can always sacrifice it in response.
oh true,
Demonic
yeah, someone counters
consultation
it,
for a
then yeah, you
counter
have
spell.
nothing. Yeah.
No, not like that. But like if the demonic consultation resolves before their win goes on the stack, you just put a Dothy on the trigger and get like a mind break trap.
Mm, yeah, that's a very strong card. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this list. It's a very strong list. I hate anyone who plays it against me though.
Alrighty, let's move to the next list. Which
All
one
right.
here? Okay, the list
Which one do you
I
have over
bring,
there?
I have Curiosity Kills. It is a deck where the commanders are a joke reference. So it's Braylon Sky Shark Rider and Shabriz the Sky Shark.
Okay.
So what Braylon says, whenever you discard a card, put a 1/1 counter on Braylon and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Target shark gains trample until end of turn for 1 red, and it has partner with Shabraz the Sky Shark. Shabraz the Sky Shark.
Mhm.
Partner with Braylon. Flying, when you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Shabraz and you gain a life. Pay 1, target human gains flying until the end of turn.
Okay.
So it's kind of
How do
like
they make that
Malcolm.
luck? Okay.
A So this deck is a little weird. I don't see a Glinthorn Buccaneer or a Malcolm in the 99, which is something I would probably run. But they are on a Planeswalker. They are on Narset Parter of Veils. Each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn.
Okay.
The second ability isn't really important because most people just use her as a stacks piece, but her second ability does say look at the top four cards, reveal non-creature, non-land, put it in your hand, the rest on the bottom. So yeah, pretty good. Oh no, they're on it.
How are they building the deck as like a stacks or a beat down? Like how are they building the
It's
deck?
wheels. It's just wheels. You run every
Just wheel.
single wheel. Every single
Mm.
possible wheel is in the deck because every time you discard a card it's one damage and whenever you draw you gain life.
Oh, okay.
So like every time you wheel, that's assuming everyone has like 7 cards in hand, it's 7 damage to each opponent. And the
Mm.
deck runs cards that stops people from drawing, like Narset, so they only get to draw one, but you get to draw a fresh 7.
Okay.
The deck is on Archivist of Ogma, Bergi God of Storytelling, Drannith Magistrate, Esper Sentinel, Fairy Mastermind, Ghostly Pilferer, Ranger Captain, Ragavan, Fimage, Ledger Shredder, Grand Abolisher, and Gilded Drake.
Okay. Some very strong cards. Gilded Drake just to take something out. Yeah, not take something out, just to swap something out. Grand Abolishers to secure your win line. There's some very strong cards
There are some very
in
weird
there.
cards, such as Rolling Earthquake, though, that deals X damage to each creature and player, but each creature without horsemanship.
Such a specific
It's
wording on it.
yeah, because it's only creatures without horsemanship, but like no
So
one
everything's
plays.
getting pinged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's dying. Because no one plays horsemanship
Hmm.
most of the time.
Yeah, unless you're that one weird person that just plays it just because.
I mean, there's one commander that could maybe be like super fringe, but maybe viable, who um gives all your creatures horsemanship, and I could see that working in some weird Malcolm mono blue deck.
Yeah. So they're just running on wheels just to
Wheels,
ping out the entire
lots
so
of
wait, so the
wheels,
commander
counter
itself is
spells.
a pinger.
Yes, yeah, it's
Okay.
it's basically Glinthorn Buccaneer in the command zone. The deck is on the standard package of blue, red, white, like counter spells and interaction. It's on a standard set of artifacts, but something I would like to bring attention is Lion's Eye Diamond is really good in this deck because when you discard your hand, that deals damage. So
Mhm.
Underworld Breach is busted. You're also on Rhystic Study and Curiosity. Because Curiosity on Braylon, whenever you discard a card, you draw a card. So that's a Braylon
Oh,
and
so
a
your hand is never
Chabraz.
yeah, true, yeah, your hand is never gonna be empty with that.
Yeah. Um, the sideboard has some weird ones that you can run, like Occult Ephany, draw X cards and discard X cards, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying for each card type among cards discarded.
Mhm.
I think that's the only like interesting card in the sideboard other than Jessica's Will, which I think should be inside the deck. Um, Other than that, standard land bay.
How many lands are they running?
It's on 27 because one of the commanders is
27.
like 5 mana.
Okay.
It is on Fateless Looting and Burning Inquiries. Burning Inquiry is a silly card.
Mm,
Each player draws 3, then discards 3 at random. It screws over everyone's starting hands.
yeah, true.
They're on Sabine's Reclamation with Intuition Piles. So yeah, all around this is a pretty cool deck. This is a deck I
Very
might
interesting.
try.
Very, very interesting deck.
This is a deck I might try for myself.
Mm.
So, do you want to go on to the next list?
Yeah. was looking at Bargo King Eternal.
Yeah.
Very the way how this person built the deck, because I understand how Bargo works. Maybe that's common damage, X any number of target non-like permanents and then return them. They're running them as stacks though.
Yes.
Only like I've seen like a few like stacks uses uh, Ether. I understand Ether Channeler, Drannith Magistrate, Cloud of Pharaohs. Yeah, that one is that's a good card. Recruiter of the Guard. Okay, no, okay, now I'm seeing it. So Tribute Mage. So basically just tutoring, blinking your tutors to look for lines, Trinket Mage, Vincier Shaper, Sarvant. Yeah, that's good. Wandering Archaic. But
Yeah.
what's the win here? That's the I'm trying to see. I'm trying to figure out the win con here. Hmm.
I haven't looked at that list in a while, but I'm assuming the win con has something to do with an absurdly long um loop
Maybe
with
long, yeah, loop or a very long drawn out game.
true, that is the Dargo game plan, is just making the game unsufferable for everyone.
Yeah, because they're on dress down, deafening silence, counterbalance, blind obedience, copy artifact, aura of silence, reality acid. Yeah, they're really just run. This looks like just a very drawn out game, and then you just you're blinking uh your basically your cards to just tutor for instant sorceries. But the problem with that is that for a lot of blinks in here for instant sorceries, they're running only like 14 instances and 3 sorceries.
Yeah.
One of the sorceries is
That's
Seagate
that's blue
Restoration.
white. That's blue white.
Yeah,
Oh,
but one of them is Seagate Restoration though.
are you
That's you
looking
see now
at
you see
are you looking at a good list or
no, I'm just looking at A list.
you might want to take a look at the primer.
No, it says primer. This deck has a primer.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out what the win con is here. It just looks like a very drawn out stacks game.
Huh. That is weird.
Yeah, like their incidents they're on, and off you can refuse, Cyclonic Rev, Dispel, Domin's Veto, Light Tutor, Wire of Intervention, Sorcery is Fabricate, Seagate Restoration, and Step Through.
Mhm.
I don't see how this deck wins. I really don't. Unless I'm missing something here. Tezzeret the Seeker, no. Narset, Parter of Veils,
Is there an artifact loop maybe?
Artifact Group, Cursed Totem. No, that's just Lockout. That's just all spells are no, no. This I think no. This deck is literally they're on Weathered Runestone, Fringy Sphere, Thorn of Amethyst. Yeah, no, this is just a very stacks deck. Really, that's all it is.
Hmm.
Pure Resistance, Prismatic Lens. Yeah, they have all of these enchantments. I wanted to see. Yeah, no, this deck is just a very stacksy deck. It has no way of winning. It's just stacking out your opponents out the game until they
I
get bored
mean,
and concede.
I think it's a deck that wants to propose draws more than anything else.
Mm.
Doesn't have a strict way of winning.
Yeah, this deck does have a way of winning. It's not a. I don't know. Do you know of any like crazy like beatdown decks in CDH?
Yes, yes, I know of one, and it's one of my favorites, and it's Slicer.
Slicer. Yeah. So I want to get a Slicer. Wait, it's the red one that turned into a vehicle, right? It has
Uh-huh.
double strike. Yeah,
Yep.
no, I want to get the Slicer. Um, I think last night I hated it. So like once it gets out, it puts everyone on basically a clock
What does
of
this
either
have
a
to
kill
do with
Slicer.
what does this have to do with Brago?
Braggle lit death is just to annoy the hell out of your opponents. That's all it is. This deck list is so weird.
Fair.
That's the only yeah. This deck list, it doesn't have a way of winning, it just has a way of blinking your it's in sorcery tutors, just looking for more stacks pieces. That's all it is.
Yep,
It's not really
literally.
anything. Yeah, it's not really anything crazy. What I enjoy going against this deck though, Probably not just because of that one thing. Even that, it looks like an interesting deck. I probably would take out Seagate Restoration. I don't think you need it. We're on Graph Digger's Cage. Yeah, no, this is just a stacks deck. Codex Shredder, Curse Totem. Yeah, very, very interesting deck. But well, what other deck do you have over there though?
Um, I have a Rurik Thar combo deck.
Star.
Yeah,
Very,
Rurik
very
Thar
aggressive
the
commander.
Unbound. No, actually, this is a commander that is the opposite of aggressive. It just sits there and waits.
Yeah, aggressive. It sits there and waits, and then wait till you cast a non-creature and just beats you for it.
Yeah, that's the point of Rurik Thar. So Rurik Thar is on 42 creatures, 3 sorceries, 13 instances, 6 artifacts, 4 enchantments, and 30 lands. The enchantments that are important is Defense of the Heart, Rhythm of the Wild, and Survival of the Fittest. We are on Shadow Spear because it makes
Okay.
it so your permanents, your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible, which makes it easier to interact with your creature-based interaction like Goblin Sharpshooter. Um,
Okay.
Win
So wait, how are
cons.
they running ways to make people cast non-creatures? Are you just gonna do it naturally for it?
You just sit there and wait.
Okay.
Because they have to at some point. But most of the time you're just winning with Terror of the Peaks or Shaman of the Forgotten Ways, setting everyone's life totals to 1. Um, Dragonborn Channeler is card draw whenever someone casts a spell, so it's like this deck's Ristic Study. Um, you're on Endurance, Collector Oof, just standard red-green stuff. You're also on Treasonous Ogre. So in some ways it's kind of like a Tali, where
Okay. Okay.
you're trying to get big things out, but most of them are creatures. It can also win with some query and loops. And the land base is standard.
Standard. Yeah. So that deck is just to sit there and watch your opponents as they they literally hit themselves back. It's like a
Yep, that's all it does. It just sits there.
painful. No, it's a better painful quandary.
Yes, because they're forced to take the damage.
Yeah. Instead of
But
painful quandary being take 5 or discard. Yeah.
but yeah, very fun deck.
That's a very interesting deck. I feel like I wouldn't get
It's
mad actually going against that deck.
yeah, it's a deck
The
that
deck is literally saying how much life are you willing to lose to cast like a non-creature to counter something, or just to cast or go for the win.
true. It's a deck that punishes you for things you have to do. So that's kind of the only annoying thing about it.
Yeah.
Is that the fact it punishes you for no reason.
You think that would slow down your Lore's game plan a little bit, or no, you wouldn't be affected by it?
100%, 100%. I would be pulling my hair out if someone was playing Rurik Thar and I was on Loris. Because I
Well, I
just
mean, how many
can't
non?
play anything. Most of
Mm.
the deck is non-creature.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's yeah, okay. That makes sense now. Okay.
I think I'm on like 30 or so artifacts in Loris.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm dying really fast.
You would even survive till turn 3. You just kill yourself every time if they manage to get your Rurik Thar out turn 2, which is very
Yeah,
much possible.
turn through Rurik Thar is the situation that I would just not go against. I'd just Necropotent spell it to
You would
0.
just scoop.
Yeah, most likely. That's not a situation I can win in.
Oh yeah, I definitely can't play that in Mythics then. Yeah, no, that's my thing is literally only non-creatures. And I have no way of gaining life in the colors that I'm in. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'd be dead by like the fourth spell I cast.
Yeah, yeah, the clock is 4 spells with Arthuric Thar. And you better not hope you're winning at sorcery speed, because Rurik Thar, oof, they're gonna have something to say about that. Rurik Thar is I like to consider it the red-green control deck of the format
Mm.
because they're gonna flash in something to interact.
You know, of course, no one wants to. No, especially Thar doesn't want you to win that easily.
You gotta sit there and suffer for 3 hours.
Now, word. Like that's like that's like a commander where it's like a make sure it never hits the battlefield. Never let it resolve.
No, I think it's a commander you do let hit the battlefield.
Yeah, because yeah, you would slow down someone else, but it's like
If you have a way around it, like if you're on like a green deck or something, you just leave it there. Just don't touch it.
that
Let
or just
everyone
play
else.
Talon Gates and Madara and see if you can win on your turn while it's
Yeah,
phased out.
yeah, you're right. Talon Gates is the way to get
Or just
around
any way,
Rurik.
yeah, or snap him, or just find any ways for like if it's on your turn, you find a way to like phase him out, or just like make sure he's not on the battlefield on your turn, and you know for a fact your deck, and especially for like your deck, if you're heavy on like non creatures, just find a way to like either snap him back or just phase him out, and then just go for the win there.
Yeah,
But then again, it really does depend on who all you're playing with, because I don't think you know, but I've been seeing a lot of some very weird and interesting decks that I've never even seen. Very weird colors coming up, especially
yeah,
Slicer.
yeah. Slicer's not a common one. That's nice that you actually saw a Slicer player. I
Yeah,
didn't think
'cause
I didn't
I didn't think anything of it.
I didn't think they were real for a while.
It's not even that. It's just that you don't expect to be at already like basically 21 commander damage turn three, because he gets it bigger. It has double strike, and then Slicer is literally just how much. How many creatures are you willing to sacrifice in order to just not get hit by a 6/6?
Not only
Very
that
insane
is
thing.
it's gonna be much bigger if they're
Yeah,
playing it
yeah, it's
correctly.
found a way to make it way better. Yeah, yeah. And it's in red too,
And
the pure
it's in
beatdown
red,
deck.
yeah. It
Yeah.
also has it's on that one planeswalker that triples commander damage.
Oh Lord, it's an
Yeah,
insane deck.
it's a stupidly strong deck.
Mm. Well, I have a very interesting deck here. I say it's interesting because it's Hepatra, and
Ooh.
it's on Hulk mid range. So how
Ooh,
this deck
okay.
works is it runs on Protein Hulk. It has a few Protein Hulk lines. So I think what they do is they do combat damage
It's
with Hepatra, give it kill Protein Hulk, look for creatures. It's literally just a way to kill Protein Hulk and just look for the creatures you need.
Yep, that's how
That's
Hepatra plays.
Yeah. It's like they have a few creatures. They have Toski, Bear of Secrets, uh Zulport Cutthroat, Viscera, Warren Soul Trader, Dothy, another Dothy in here. Allosaurus
Actually,
Shepherd.
I don't think you kill protein with Hepatra, you kill it with a sack outlet. Hepatra's just there to interact with your opponent's stuff.
Mm, yeah, I see that now. Yeah, that actually does make more sense. Yeah. With multiple lines with Protein Hulk to finish with Yawgmoth slash Young Wolf. Primer has to be okay. That makes sense. Yawgmoth. What does Yawgmoth do? Thran
Yawgmoth
Physician?
proliferates and puts minus counters on stuff.
Hmm.
He also is really good at killing the table if you know what you're doing.
Hmm. Yeah, he does more, and then Young Wolf has Undying too. Yeah, okay. That makes sense now. Very, very interesting way just to win tutor for Protein Hole, get him out. And if you have Yawgmoth and Young Wolf in hand, that's just immediate game. Siege the Mirror, they're on Calling Ritual, Natural Order, Unmarked Grave, Moth's Will. Yeah. Nature's Rhythm, Reanimate. Yeah, just literally just ways to keep getting back Protein Hulk.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
some
every
Worldly
protein Hulk
Tutor.
ever.
Yeah. That's an interesting line though. So this would be an insane commander to go up against. It's only 2 mana to get out too.
Yeah, and that is as well as the fact it kills most creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Get out turn one.
most of the creatures we're looking at, like Magda, Sisay, Kinnan, Timna, Rog, only take like one, two, maybe even just three attacks,
Mm-hmm.
and they're
Yeah.
dead. Or like in the case of a deck that needs creatures with high powers, you can always just reduce the power of those creatures. Like Plagon, for an example. Lower the toughness of your opponent's creatures to lower the effectiveness of Plagon.
That actually sounds insane. Patra, you can get Patra as much as turn one. Green
Oh
and
yeah.
black. Green and black are some interesting. I don't know a lot of Gruul CD. Do you know a lot of like Gruul CDH commanders out there?
Gruul? Rurik.
Ruik. Oh yeah, Ruik. Yeah. Other than Ruik though, you know like any other strong ones other than Ruik and
Atali.
Hapatra? Uh,
Hapatra's Golgari.
oh yeah, Gold. Yeah, Golgari. Yeah, Golgari.
Um, what's a
Because I don't know a
Golgari
lot of
deck?
them.
Here, wait, actually, let me check. I know there's some partner pairs that are. Okay, let me see here.
They're running Obsleek Spider. Yeah, just a lot of ways to give things more counters.
Ernest?
Ernest? What does that do?
Ernest Gloomstalker partnered with Scion. It brings back lands from your graveyard. It's like a weird Lumra.
Hmm.
Chatterfang. Chatterfang was the one I was looking for. He's the
Oh, what to
best.
say? Yeah, totally forgot about. Wait, are they running Chatterfang here? I wonder. Probably not.
Depends. Are they making tokens?
Yeah, because their second ability is whenever you put one or more on -1/-1 counters on a creature, create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch.
Eh, I don't
But
think
I
it
don't think anyone really cares about that
matters.
last ability. Yeah, that last ability really doesn't matter.
Actually, I think that ability matters a lot because it wins with like
Also,
Yawgmoth.
yeah,
Yawgmoth,
they have
sack
Chatterfang in
Neverland
here.
Pings. I think it does matter because it wins games pretty fast.
Mm. Yeah, they're also running Chatterfang in here too. Yeah, this deck really is just built around Protein Hulk. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what Protein Hulk decks are.
Imperial Seal, Final Devastation. This would I actually would. I wonder if there are any uh Patra players out there. I actually would love to go against a Patra player and see how this would work in a game. Just see how it would turn out.
hmm
This seems very interesting. Like this is a
I
deck
mean,
I think I would enjoy watching
the
and see
weird.
it play out.
The way you're talking about it, it seems like an interesting deck that I might try out.
It's just interesting how like you make basically a single creature into an entire like search
Board.
outlet for your entire for your entire deck and just bring it together.
Yeah, that's how
I even
Protein. That's Protein Hulk's whole thing. Is it's just
yeah
put
that
everything into
seems
play.
yeah I think very interesting. I actually would love to see someone play that deck. I don't know what this Japanese card. I think this is consultation. I don't know what this is like a Japanese card here that I don't know what it is. This one is Dark Ritual. I know that one.
Alrighty, well, do you want to move on to the next list?
Yeah, we'll go on to the next one. I'd say this
Alright.
one's very interesting.
So we
Which one
did
do you have a
foreshadow it a little bit, but Slicer.
slicer? Yeah, I actually want to know what's in the slicer deck list because I
Okay,
don't
so
understand how you would
Slicer
build.
hired muscle. He is
Hmm.
a 5 mana double strike haste 3/4. The beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of Slicer until end of turn. If you do, untap it, goad it. It can't be sacrificed if you don't convert it. The converted side is Slicer High Speed Antagonist. It has living metal, which means it's a vehicle, but it's always a creature. First strike, haste. Actually, I think it's always a creature when it's not your turn, or when it's your turn. I think that's what living metal is. Let me just check the rules on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. During your turn, it's always considered a creature. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, convert it at the end of combat. So what you can do is you can pay them more than meets the eye cost, and for 3 mana you get Slicer Speed Antagonist. Swing with it because
Hmm.
it has haste. If it connects, you flip it into the 5 mana version.
Okay.
Um, the deck is on Jeska Trice Reborn. That's the one that I was talking about with choose target creature until your next turn. If that creature would deal combat damage to one of your opponents, it deals triple that much damage. Yup,
Are they running like any
triple.
like auras attached to it to make the damage even more? Or like give it away to give it unblockable?
Yes, you're on the swords. You're also on Strength
Hmm.
Testing Hammer. You're on Oni Nagati. Um, as well as just overall artifact creature untappers so that has to attack. For example, someone taps him down for mana with like a Springleaf Drum.
Yeah.
You can just untap him with a Manifold Key.
Yeah, but can't they just tap it back down for make
No,
more mana?
Springleaf is a one-time thing.
Oh, it's a one-time thing. Okay, okay.
Um, there's a lot of just a bunch of artifacts around that. You're on Planar Chaos. Which is whenever a player plays a spell, that player flips a coin. If he or she loses the flip, counter that spell. At the beginning of your upkeep, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, sack it. You're also on Spiteful Banditry, which enters, it deals X damage to each creature. Whenever one or more creatures your opponents control die, you can create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. So, yeah, Slicer's making a lot of tokens. You're on 31 lands, which feels a little high. You are on Mishra's Foundry, which is a big reason the deck is so expensive, because it has tap, add 3 mana, spend this mana only to cast artifact.
Mhm. Okay.
You're on like some interaction for combat damage, like Monstrous Rage, Lightning Bolt, Pyrokinesis. Um,
This is just another beat down on the clock, Commander,
yeah,
because
it's
it
one of
only
the.
takes what
It takes like
um
3 attacks before you die.
because as well it also goes back to the owner's hand, and then they can also choose who to attack. So that's just yeah, you basically even have even less time actually if you think about it.
Yeah,
Because
you
if
have
everyone
like.
hits because of it, say for example I'm playing Mythic and I'm doing really well, everyone can attack me and then the owner can just hit me for lethal and I'm
So
out.
if they're
Yeah.
playing correctly, everyone should attack a different player because that's the way you get
Yeah,
around.
to even out the damage, yeah.
Yeah, you want to spread around the damage so that it can't kill one person in specific.
Mhm. But then they're always hitting an extra person, that's the thing.
Yeah, and it has the key text that it can't be sacrificed, so it's really hard to get around like not attacking with it.
I mean, well, not really. I mean, if it like if you're playing your Kinnan list, you just turn that into a mana rock.
True, yes, you're turning that into a mana rock, but that's why you don't give it to Kinnan?
I mean, we don't have a choice. It goes around the table.
No, you can convert it.
Hmm.
You do have the choice to keep it under like another person's
I wonder.
control
I
for
wonder what
flip.
would be a commander. I wonder what commander would be like so terrible for that to be underneath the control of. Maybe I know I said Kinnan.
Kinnan?
Thrasios, maybe. Well, any deck that requires a Gaia's Cradle that with creatures, I guess that'd
Ooh,
be
yeah.
worse.
Any deck that wants to cradle is a deck that you don't give Slicer to.
Yeah. But then you're just limiting yourself to hit that player because now you're just stopping the line right then and there.
Yeah, but like you can always just punch them yourself.
You always just punch yourself, yeah. But by that point, they already have so many creatures out to just block. So, but yeah, I wonder what happens when they get to that situation where everyone now has blockers. Nah, yeah, I think then you just make it unblockable.
And that's when you get board wipes.
Board wipes, yeah.
Board
Board wipes to
wipes that
save you. Mm.
don't fit that don't target your commander.
Yeah, I was about to say that, yeah. Or probably find a way to, like I said, just make it unblockable too. Mithril Cult. 3 mana. Just put it onto him.
Yeah, but you don't want the shroud.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, Mythical doesn't give it Shroud. It
What
just
does it
makes it
give
into
it?
no way. Mythical just makes it indestructible. It doesn't give it unblockable. I'm thinking of something else. It's the that cloak
Yeah, I
where it
think we're
gives it
both thinking of the wrong card.
let me see here. I think it's Mythical. Yeah, flash onto a creature, it gives it indestructible. So it just gives it indestructible. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of the wrong card. Which one am I trying to think of? Mm, wait, how much is wait, how expensive is Commander's Plate?
Commander's Plate, I think it's just two
How much mana
mana.
is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, Commander's Plate would be better.
Yeah, that's why you run it.
Oh, is this a commander you think you'd be able to deal with if you're in Loris or no?
Yes, Lurus runs enough removal to be able to interact with it.
Because it'll keep blowing up their commander every time it comes up to your
Yes.
board. Oh no.
Yes. Only when it
Or just
comes
never let
at
it
you.
hit the field.
No, you let it hit the field. You only interact when it's coming at you.
Hmm.
Because then you get value from that.
Yeah, I wonder what happens when like I also wonder what happens when Slicer just like is unable to use his commander. Like if
They
everyone makes it into like
lose.
their own like if someone makes it like if one person makes it to a mana rock, the other person taps it down, the other person just like
They
phases it
lose.
out. Yeah,
That's how.
they're just playing back and forth at that point. That's why I don't understand how that's like a CDH deck. I understand why it's fringe though.
It's very fringe because it gets countered by a lot of good decks. It's
Yeah.
still a very fun deck though.
It was a fun deck.
It's a deck that got me into CDH.
Wait, used to be a Slicer player.
Yeah, I used to be a like filthy, dirty, really good slicer player.
How would you where how was your Slicer deck? Like way different from this one? Like
So
how was it?
I played an older version of Slicer. Older
Hmm.
guys, geezer.
The
But
Slicer deck was just old.
I I was on a Voltron deck, so I was more equipment focused than combat focused. And then I
Mhm.
realized they can just unequip it and put it on their own creatures.
How so?
That's because um when they control it, if he's equipped with something, they can just pay the cost and equip the equipment's equipped to slicer to something else they control. And then you're not getting it
Oh
back.
yeah, true. I mean, that's why you run. Surely you're on like aura enchantments.
Oh no, you're not on those usually.
Mm. But it just ruins the deck, or you don't think it's just optimal. It's not optimal
I
throwing.
don't think it's optimal anymore.
Okay.
I think it used to be a deck that would see play a lot often. It's a deck I want to get back into.
Oh no, don't say that.
Why?
I don't want to. I don't want to be up late at night dealing with a slicer.
Yeah, don't worry, my slicer would be much worse than the average. I would
Anything
even
else you want to say about
insane.
slicer before we go on to mine here?
Not really, but I think the podcast is starting to get pretty long, so I think we should do like one more each, and then
Right, one more each. Got it. Got it. Got it.
yeah.
All right. So then let me not do Campbell because that's just another stacks deck. Oh, I think. Let's see. River Song. Very, very
Ooh,
weird.
oh no, I
Very
love
weird
River
commander.
Song.
Yeah, River Song is a very interesting commander. It basically just flips over your entire deck. Like, I wonder how that works. Like, do you like when it comes out, you just flip over your deck and then just play with it? Like, I wonder how that works.
No, you just like pick the bottom card of your library. Um,
I feel like this deck was made for cheaters. Like, someone would just be like, "Yeah, this is my bottom card," and just find a way to hide it with another card underneath it.
so what you're trying to do with her is putting stuff to the bottom of your deck is optimal with her.
Yeah, of course.
Like, so
Bec-
when you're mulliganing, it doesn't matter how many cards you put to the bottom, because it's gonna be optimal anyways, because you know what you're gonna get as long as you're not tutoring. That and you're on the weird, I'm pretty sure you're on the weird creatures that say stuff like, take a card from your graveyard, put it in the bottom of your library.
This one isn't though. Which is very weird.
Really? Excuse me, there's not like, the Magda cards in there that say that?
No, this one is on. Wait, this one's not even on any creatures like that. They're on Dual Caster, Mage, Fairy Mastermind, Flesh Duplicate, Gilded Drake, Malevolent Hermit, Niv Mizzet, Phantasmal Image, Phyrexian Metamorph, Polywog Prodigy, Vasa, Times Time Stream Navigator. Well, I know that one is just that's just an infinite right then and there. Uh Valley Flood Caller. They're not running any cards to any creatures, I should say. Maybe they have something in instance
Really?
sorceries and instances? No.
Usually you're looking at those weird cards in River Song that don't make sense in any other deck.
Is this mid-range River Song? Oh no, this is literally just extra turns and combos. Yeah, it's right there. It's infinite because once you have Time Stream Navigator, you have enough mana to keep putting their keep casting at the bottom. That's just infinite, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the only line I see there, though.
Yeah, that
This is a very interesting
and
deck.
River. It's a weird deck, yeah. It's not a like.
No, I think the one I'm looking at is weird. There probably is a better one out there, but this one is very weird how they built it. 'Cause I feel
Uh,
like you would make it way differently than this one.
I mean, River Song is a weird commander.
Okay, at least they're on Curiosity. Impact Tremors. Impact Tremors for what though? It's not anything making more creatures.
Yeah, is there a loop that puts creatures in play from like?
I mean, it's literally just like I said, Time Stream Navigator and maybe Impact Tremors, but that's like that's the only infinite I see.
That's weird.
They're on Underworld Breach. Okay, at least they're on.
Well, yeah, obviously gonna be an Underworld Reach. They're a blue-red deck.
Yeah, Thassa's Oracle though. Yeah, I guess if you need to go for the other win, Thassa's Oracle. If you can't refuse Chain of Vapor, Brainstorm, Fierce Guardianship. A lot of counters here, Lord. Resculpt. Hmm.
Because there's one card that would
Attracting
fit
Helix.
really well in a River Song. What's the name of it? It's like that, it's the Chandelier. It's like pay to put something on the bottom of your library.
Yeah, like that would be good. Like this deck is more of just infinite combat. Do you want to like control what's at the bottom of your library? You'd run cards where it's like it's on an artifact, right?
Yeah, it's an artifact creature.
Yeah, artifact creature, yeah. Put a card from your or any of those cards where it says put target card from your graveyard to the bottom of your library. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like the deck list here is just all about what it says right up here, extra turns and combat. But no, not combat, combo, yeah. It's very strange. I wonder if this if we can find a better one, maybe. Than River Song deck list. I think this one is weird. Let's see, maybe if not, it's fine, but
Yeah,
it's still interesting,
the
Commander.
card that the deck should be on would be Bark Form Harvester, Changeling Reach, pay to put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library.
Hmm. This other one is just even weirder.
River
They're on
Song is a
Legend Shredder.
weird deck. Well, yeah, because you're drawing cards from the bottom of your deck, so.
Hmm. Even this one isn't even on ways to put stuff to the bottom.
I mean,
No,
you
the only
don't.
difference with this one, the other one, that this one's also running a Ophidian Eye. This
But
one's also on
even when you were talking
counterbalance.
about Time Stream Navigator, it doesn't even work. You need
Yeah, it works. 'Cause all you need is you just have to have 4 mana to tap her, put her at the bottom, you get her
it
out,
it
tap
needs to
her.
have haste.
Needs to have haste. Was there a way to give it haste in that other one? I don't think so. No, there wasn't. Okay.
Actually, I found the most optimal card that does the effect. It's Tomb Trawler. 2 mana for a 0/4, pay 2, put target cards from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. That's the best one for the deck so far that I can find.
Yeah, that's probably the best one. But the other ones there, it's interesting. I actually was making a River Song deck a few days ago, but I stopped because it didn't and it was getting really confusing, to deal with
Yeah,
hard draw. And like there are also some cards I had as well where it's like like it'd be like draw cards top of your library as well, which is very confusing with River Song, forcing me to
true.
draw from the bottom. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a very interesting this is a very interesting deck that can get out of hand usually. Just gotta hope for you don't
Yeah,
tutor though, because you ruin the entire plan. Because if you're tutoring if you're putting the cards you need at the bottom of your
there's
library
no
just for you to
point.
say
There's no point in tutoring though.
yeah, there isn't. But I'm saying like if you already have like the perfect set of cards at the bottom of your library and then you tutor, you just ruin it.
Yeah, like River Song and Temporal Mastery, it just wins.
Yeah. That was interesting. Okay, what is your last one you have
Okay,
there?
my last one is Yawgmoth.
Oh, of course. Which Yawgmoth, the mono
Thran
black one.
Physician. Yeah, Thran
Oh, Thran's
Physician.
edition. Okay.
So this deck is on a lot of creatures, exactly 42 creatures. The creature package is Mirror Moon Vessel. I'm not gonna list all of these. That's gonna take 3 hours. Important ones: Priest of Gift, Gravecrawler, Blood Artist, Solaport Cutthroat, Berets, Sephiroth, Pitless Plunderer, Crick, Foreign Soul Trader, and Hancock. All very busted. The other ones are just like infinite combo pieces that just say, when they die, put it back in play or something.
They're running any undying pieces as well
Yes,
to make it
that's
easier.
that's every single card that I just referred to. Everything that says like when it dies, bring it back. That's what I'm
Oh, okay,
referring
okay.
to. You're also on Gerald's Messenger. It has Undying, but when it returns to the battlefield, target opponent loses 2 life.
Oh no.
So that's how you kill everyone. Um,
That's gonna make everyone hate you.
yeah, you're on very low packages. Like you're on standard tutors. You're on a little bit more reanimate than usual. So I think the only weird artifacts and stuff that you're on are gonna be like the Clown Car or Soulstone, Phyrexian Altar, Jet Medallion is a little out of place. Um, Genesis Chamber is another weird one. Whenever a non-token creature enters, if Genesis Chamber is untapped, that creature's controller creates a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature.
Okay.
You're also on Blight Mound, which is when a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 black and green pest with when this creature dies, you gain a life. Bridge from Below, whenever a non-token creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, if Bridge from Below is in your graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie. When a creature is put into an opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, if Bridge from the Below is in your graveyard, exile Bridge from the Below.
So this deck basically just has a little bit of everything to deal with
Yeah.
everything.
Yep, that's how this deck works. You're also on Nest of Scarabs, because whenever you put a minus counter on something, create that many 1/1 black insects. Because Yawgmoth's main ability is putting counters on things.
Yeah.
Because all your undying creatures enter with +1/+1, so when you put a -1/-1 on them and draw a card, the +1/+1 is gone,
Hmm.
which means the game doesn't see them as ever having it, so they can just come back to life again with another undying trigger.
Okay.
But yeah, that's really all Yawgmoth does. No more tricks or anything funny. That's it's just straight to the point Yawgmoth.
No word. And they have Crick in there too, so it's very interesting.
Yep.
I feel like
Alrighty.
I feel like I actually would go against that deck just to see how it would play out, just to torture
Trust me, it
myself.
it never plays out well.
It never does.
No.
Wait, for like other people or like the actual person playing the deck?
Both,
Because they just
both,
target them out.
both.
Mm.
I suffered playing Yawgmoth.
Oh nah.
Yeah, 'cause if you mess up one little thing, you're just sitting there with an empty library, and you're just like, oh shucks, I'm 1 mana short. You guys mind if I play that back?
Oh no. I tell people literally, nah, bro. It's already happened. Once it's on the field, it's over.
So yeah, that's most of how that plays out with
All
Yawgmoth.
right. We saw some very interesting fringe decks today. Some weirder than others.
Yes, some very weirder than others.
I like how I took a more like stacksy like versions of it, and you took more beatdown versions. That was
No,
very cool.
honestly, I took the decks I used to play,
Oh no.
because those are the ones I could explain the best, because I actually
Hmm.
knew how they worked.
Yeah, I knew how Bargo and the Campbell work because I have in my Lotho deck. Well, we never even talked about Campbell, but it would have been a very interesting one to go over. But I just know most of the stack piece CDH commanders and commanders in general out there, so it was just easier for me to go off of stacks.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Black Lotus podcast. We hope to see you guys at some point next week. Um, we wish you guys luck. If you guys plan on playing any tournaments, make sure to comment. Tell us where those tournaments are, because we're interested. Good luck. Have fun. We'll see you guys around.